If you've been grinding content for months and months and still feel invisible, listen up. I built a brand that prints money by posting the exact same style of content over and over again. Most creators post montages and wonder why they never grow. But by the end of this video, you'll know the 5 principles that actually scale your watch time, following, and income step by step. The video is going to be broke down. 1, we're going to go over why this is a once in a generational opportunity. 2, we're going to go over the meta for this year, 2025. What the new content strategy model is. 3, I'm going to give you some tips before you go ahead and start. 4, I'm going to go ahead and give you the actual strategy, the whole strategy on how you create content, how you come up with the hooks, and how to go ahead and use AI to even automate the whole process. Then we're going to talk about exponential consistency on how I create this sort of flywheel effect. How the more content you create, the more views you get, and you'll have this exponential curve. And then I go over the long-term play and go over some secrets. So yeah, let's jump right into this long video. As you can see, there's a lot of value and a lot of things we're going to go over in today's complete tutorial. So yeah, let's start with why this is a once in a generation opportunity and why now is your only chance and the window is going to close very soon when AI comes in. Content creation is currently the gold rush. It's one of the biggest opportunities of this decade. AI is helping algorithms get so smart where people are spending 5 to 6 hours doom scrolling short form content. And as a result, there's a supply issue where there isn't enough supply. So there's never been a time in history where every time you post on TikTok or any social media platform, you get free views. You get a free 300 views on every single video you post, whether it's good or bad. That has never been the case. Now, once AI gets good enough, especially with VO3 out, like video AI generated content, we're like 6 to 12 months away from that getting really good, where this video could be fake. Before that happens, we have this 6 to 12 month window where you can make and get very successful as a content creator. Because once AI generated video gets as good as this, where it's this natural, like it's over. Like a nobody can no longer become successful and become an influencer and grow a following, because there's just going to be so much supply from all these AI generated content. Like the big social media platforms are probably going to create their own AI generated content to serve their viewers. Therefore, they won't even need creators like me and you. But on the other hand, the AI has gone so strong where anybody can post videos and the AI can find the exact audience for that person, for that piece of content. So that's the pro. This won't last. Start filming, start creating content, ride the wave. That's it, get started. Now, on the flip side, the reason why it's really good that AI is getting better, it's that your old pieces of content will now be eventually pushed again, and the half-life of content has extended. You don't have to go viral anymore. One video can feed your brand for years. With AI getting smarter and smarter, the half-life of content is just extending. As AI gets smarter, old videos just like the one I'm filming right now can be shown a year later, 2 years later, as the AI starts knowing who needs this video at that exact time. So the algorithm is only going to get smarter and smarter, and as it starts scraping the text I'm saying, it transcribes all the audio from this word into text, and it'll know exactly who needs to watch this video 1 month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, 3 years from now. That's going to happen more and more. And as your account gets stacked with more and more content, the algorithm has more and more content to play with from your account. Therefore, old videos can still get views many years later. So you're going to start creating content today as AI is getting smarter, and bet that AI is going to start pushing your videos in the future. We're moving into a future where old content will not die. Follow if that hit. Okay, so now let me go over the meta that we're currently in and the type of content that people are now looking for mid-2025. Content creation is moving into the age of anti-edit. People are sick of these highly edited videos, these montages with music. People want these real and raw videos and clips. Like even if you are vlogging, Like the reason why Twitch clips are doing so well, it's because they're real and raw. It's sort of these moments that are happening and there's like no music on it. It's just people talking, people POV of like, people want real and raw, especially as AI gets more and more bigger and people can use AI to auto cut together montages, auto sync clips to songs. Like that's going to be less and less wanted because there's just so much supply of that because AI can just pump out infinite amounts of that. What is going to be cherished is real and raw footage, clips, vlogs, whatever it is. The days of unedited, real and raw is coming back. Now, another recent update that literally is going to happen in a week's time is that template, montage, unoriginal content is no longer going to be pushed by YouTube. Compilation and these templated style videos are now dead. Starting on 15th of July, YouTube would now be sort of putting those under sort of unoriginal content. Meaning if you create these sort of template montage style videos where you just throw in a bunch of clips, you let AI on TikTok put together these montages, these videos aren't going to perform well. They're going to be sort of highly scrutinized and most likely not going to be monetized, especially when they have music on it. As time moves on and AI gets better and better, the performance of these montage videos are just going to keep going down because there's a low barrier to entry. You no longer need to edit them. You just throw a bunch of clips and TikTok does all the work. It syncs it to the music. Like there's just so much supply of these and they don't really bring any value to the viewer. You need to be doing talking type content, raw content where people actually can feel you. Not these sort of music templates where there's no voice, there's just music and these clips. So in conclusion, stop relying on montages, step up and create valuable content where you're talking to the camera. Furthermore, another downside of this montage content is that there isn't any SEO. It has a very short to like non-existent half-life and it can't be pushed in the future. One downside of montage content is that it has a very short half-life. It can't be repurposed and re-pushed out by the algorithm in a year's time, 6 months' time, because there's no SEO. It's just music in the background. It's like a silent put together of you walking around, you traveling, and as a result, it can't be repurposed, it can't be re-pushed out by the algorithm because there isn't talking. Talking is what creates SEO. And from what I'm talking, the AI can interpret what value this video is about and show it to the right person. Whereas sort of montages, trending videos, dances, it doesn't provide that value and therefore it can't be pushed out in the future. Furthermore, montages can't be played into a bigger video. So for example, this clip, I could reuse this clip in maybe a longer compilation or a longer YouTube video, whereas a montage video, a music video, a trending video can't be played into a bigger picture. So if you're starting to build your personal brand, try to focus more on value-driven content rather than these trendy videos, music videos, montages. Avoid those if possible. Furthermore, if you look at the supply and demand of things, montages are too easy to make nowadays. Hence, there's a huge supply and not enough demand for it. Plus, people don't really watch it unless they know your face. If you're looking to grow your personal brand, I'd recommend you to avoid creating music montages and following these silent trends where people don't actually get to know you, where you're actually not talking to the camera. One, there's just such a huge supply of these montages because TikTok's AI autocut thing is so good where people go travel and they just upload a bunch of clips, have it sync to the music they choose and done, posted. So there's just so much of them and they take so little effort to make, especially with AI nowadays. So if you put in a bunch of hours to edit one from scratch, like you're literally wasting your time. So before you go ahead and start doing that, I'd recommend you to spam videos where you're just talking to the camera, sharing your value, documenting your journey, and actually talking in the video so people actually get to know you and get to know your face. Once people start recognizing you, then you can go ahead and create cool montages of things you do, travel, vlogs, etc., and follow trends. But before then, before people recognize who you are as a person, it's not a good idea to create montages. So that being said, in today's meta, you really need to do a lot of talking head videos. If you make travel videos, montages, even though you're reaching hundreds of thousands of people, you're getting $0 freaking dollars. Because people have no idea who you are. Unless you're talking to the audience like I'm doing now, How else is they might see your face, they might see some caption, but they only truly get to know you if you're talking to your audience. So you want to start mixing talking head videos into your content if you want to start making money and start building an audience that is monetizable. A travel influencer with 1 million followers, subscribers, might make just the same amount as someone that has 10,000 followers, but they're doing these long form talking head videos. And the reason why the person with 10,000 followers is making more money is because their audience is really getting to know that creator as they're listening to that creator talk in long periods of time. And in doing so, that audience is now willing to fork out and pay money and give money to this creator because the audience resonates with the creator. If no one knows you, no one can buy from you. So talk to the camera. Follow if that hit. And lastly, gotta transition to creating vertical videos. I've been in the YouTube game for the last 8 years, so I'm used to horizontal, but I had to make that transition. Horizontal educational videos are dead. Vertical videos are now the only shot at growing in 2025 if you're in the info space. Look, I came from a YouTube background, starting in YouTube in 2018. So I'm a big fan of these horizontal videos, but the truth is these no longer work in today's time. Unless you're filming like a 25-minute plus video that you can put on YouTube, then it's worth doing it. But if it's not over 25 minutes, you're wasting your time with these horizontal videos. The new meta is these vertical videos with the text, talking head, handheld, and that's just the new meta. And if you can't evolve, you're gonna fall behind. Like, it was hard for me to make that change because I've been doing YouTube for the last 8 years. I'm used to a informational PowerPoint horizontal video. And I used to make these 3-minute videos, 7-minute videos, 8 minutes, 13, 15, and they would crush. But nowadays, unless it's 25-minute plus, it's not worth doing a horizontal video. That's it. Go vertical or go invisible. Drop a comment if you're making the switch. Perfect. So now let me give you some tips before we get started. 1, handheld videos, bang. If you're still filming with the tripod, you're literally losing 80% of your views. I've tested tripod setup and handheld setup, and handheld, for whatever reason, seems to get way more views, way more engagement. And my hypothesis is because I think it just feels much more real. Whereas if you set up a tripod, it's a bit too professional. It's not personal. It doesn't feel like you can see as I'm moving the camera. It feels like you're sort of getting to know me. Whereas if it's just set up still, it feels a bit too corporate-y. So creators, the shaky handheld vibe beats that 10 out of 10 tripod setup. 2, you want to be saying yes to everything. The more things you say yes to, the more content ideas, the more content you actually film. Just say yes to everything, and trust me, this is going to play into you creating a better personal brand. Content creators should be saying yes to every single thing. Because as a content creator, you need content, right? And you're only going to get amazing content by just going to random things that you get invited to. And by saying yes to things, you get invited to more things. Furthermore, even if like vlogging isn't your style of content, by going to things, you're going to meet interesting people that you can collab with. You're also going to get new ideas on what you can do for your future content. So in conclusion, keep saying yes to things. Next is when you get started, you just want to focus on one format. When you first get started with content creation, you should be only focused on one style of content, and you should be maxing that out and doing as much of it as you can. You shouldn't be focused on creating montages, vlogs, talking head videos, sit down tripod videos. Just find one thing that really works really well for you and just stick with that one piece of content and just max that out. Optimize that process, find ways to do it faster and faster. And once you start building that reoccurring audience, then you want to start putting 80-20 rule, where 20% of your content will be these new things that are different styled. Focus on one style of content when getting started. And this is very important. You want to not treat this as a lottery system, and you want to see it as a long journey and enjoy the process, enjoy the journey. Stop treating social media like this lottery ticket. Everyone talks about how every day you're putting out these lottery tickets, and all of a sudden now you're just chasing for that viral video. Treat it like the journeyman. Like a lot of actors, they're just doing film after film after film, and then 20 years in, they have that big, made it moment, some massive movie that puts them into the globe. But that's how life usually is. But with social media, we've been tricked into this sort of lottery system where it's like, hey, let's let me try get that viral, let me try get that viral video, where you're not enjoying the journey. This isn't normal. Like, success takes time and patience. Like, only recently has social media created this world where success can happen overnight. You can become an overnight success thanks to social media. But guess what? It's not really long-lived if you get it that way. But if you're sort of treating it as like a journey and you're sort of taking that journeyman route, you're building the foundation, you're taking it slow and steady, you're being patient. So when you do reach your success, it's going to be a sustained success. So stop treating social media as this lottery system. Stop chasing that viral video. Enjoy this journey, put in the work, and just see it as one piece of content after another. Keep at it. Lastly, if you are going to use a music or sound, don't make the mistake I did. Don't trust the recommended music. Go ahead and find one on the For You page. Avoid these recommended sounds. They're really, really bad. If you're going to use a sound for your video, music, montage, whatever it is, get one from the For You page. Go to your For You page, just scroll. Find one that fits the vibe of the thing you need it for, and then pick a song there, because that shows that that sound is currently trending. It's on your For You page. But the recommended ones that these platforms suggest, they're usually horrible and they don't perform well at all. So if you're going to pick a sound, find one from the For You page. Alright, now's the interesting part. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of the videos. So, 3-second hook, very important. So let me address that. If you're a content creator struggling to grow, you're losing every single viewers in 3 seconds. And here's the brutal truth. No one sticks around unless you force them to. I'll show you how to fix that. I studied a bunch of viral videos and all the hooks they use, and here were the 4 things that I took away. 1, you want to instantly call out who you're targeting and who you want to talk to. 2, there's always hyperbole in the introduction. Things like you're 2 months away from changing your life and having your dream life. Like, that's a hyperbole. 3, they include hard truths. Like, there was a hook that said, if you're pulling up to your intern, you need to shut the fuck up. Like, that is a, hard truth. And lastly, 4, it indicates what the rest of the video is about. There was a hook that said, I feel bad for motherfuckers that are going through a breakup right now. So that clearly tells you what the video is about. So if you're still losing viewers every 3 seconds, that ends today. Drop a comment if that helped, and follow for more content strategies that actually work. You got the message. Now deliver it like it matters, because no one sticks around unless you give them a reason to. Now that you got a good 3-second hook, how do you go about and end the video? Because the way you end it is very important, because your goal is to end it in a way where people stay on the app, and it not only increases the retention and watch time of your video, but increases their time on app, and that will push your video further. If your videos don't end with a punch, you're losing viewers. I went ahead and scraped all these top performing talking head videos, and I studied exactly how they ended their videos, and here were the 4 biggest takeaways. 1, they quickly conclude the video. They quickly wrap it up, they don't drag it out, there's a clean exit. 2, most of them include a call to action, asking people to comment, follow, etc. Even those that don't directly say it, they say it in a way where it's designed to provoke comments. 3, there's a motivational end. Most of these videos end with a motivational push. And 4, they reaffirm the hyperbole that was mentioned in the 3-second hook. So it creates this cohesive full story moment in the video. It's not all about your hook. Your ending also matters. Follow if you're done making that mistake. Next is on-screen hook. That's very in the meta right now. It's very important. Your on-screen text is broken. That's sort of why you're not getting views. I studied these sort of on-screen text of all these top performing talking head videos, and here are the 3 common things I learned. 1, it needs to be controversial and raw. You need to sort of have a hyperbole and just exaggerate. These statements will grab TikTok's attention viewers instantly, and that's crucial for retention. 2, it needs to be relatable and specific, so when people see it, they know exactly that this video is for them and they need to keep watching. Being specific equals clarity, which equals more people stopping to watch. And 3, it needs to call out a specific group of people. The kind of targeted calling out that helps speak directly to someone who is in that exact situation, which will increase relevance and retention. Stop guessing, use better text, get better results, comment it if this helped. Another tip is you want to have 4 lines worth of text. One trick I discovered when creating content is you want to have 4 lines of text. because what that does is it increases retention, because now people have to read all 4 lines and then that hooks them in, and by the time they finish reading it, they're hooked into the video. 2, it gives TikTok and social media platforms more SEO, because the algorithm reads what you write and it uses that to target people. So those are 2 reasons why it's very good to have 4 lines in your video. Lastly, the caption, the little text at the bottom, this adds more context to the video and it's quite important. It makes a difference. If you write boring captions, you're killing your video. I went ahead and studied what captions all these top performing talking head videos do, and here are my 3 biggest takeaways. 1, you want to keep it very short and simple. 2, it needs to extend on the title, the hook, instead of give more of an emotional background on what you're trying to convey in your video. Add a personal note or reinforce relatability. And lastly, 3, it needs to match the tonality of your hook in the 3 seconds or the text that you have on screen. So if you had a motivational hook and text, then you want it to be a sort of uplifting caption. Or if it was a tactical video, you want to have a clear benefit focus caption in your text, the description below. So fix your caption, stop losing views, follow for more value. Now, the fun part, how do you automate this whole process with ChatGPT and have it script the 3-second hook, how you end the video, the text, highly proven converting text. Here's how you do that. AI created this viral video, steal my exact prompt. So here's the exact whole prompt. Just message me on Instagram if you want a copy of the actual text. But number 1, I say, here's my video. You want to talk about what your video is about, put in all the points within all your videos. Maybe you even want to provide a screenshot of all the evidence and stats that you might want to use in the attachment and tell ChatGPT that's what you did. So 1, I asked ChatGPT to come up with a hook that follows these 4 points. So I was like, hey ChatGPT, give me a hook that instantly calls out who I'm targeting, make sure there's a hyperbole, give a hard truth, and clearly indicate what the rest of the video is about. So it will create a 3-second hook that has all 3 of those things, and I provide examples so it knows. Then I tell ChatGPT, please come up with the ending of the video, because I know how you end these videos, it's very important. I'm like, I want the ending to quickly conclude the video, include a call to action, give a motivational push in the end, and reaffirm the hyperbole that was mentioned in the initial hook, and I give it examples. So then it will give me the ending of the video. Next is I asked it to create the on-screen text. So the on-screen text I'm using for this video was done by ChatGPT. I was like, hey, create a visual text overlay, make sure it's hyperbolic, controversial and raw, relatable and specific, and calls out a group or moment. And I give it some examples. So then it'll give me, the text I'm using for this video. Fourthly, I asked for the post and description. So I asked it to create a post and description that is very short, casual. Make sure the caption extends the title or gives emotional background on what I'm trying to say, and have it match the tone of the hook. Then I'm like, hey, in short, give me a few options for 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So for the 3-second hooks, it gives me 3 different 3-second hooks to choose from based on my criteria as I mentioned. Give me 3 endings, give me 3 visual text overlay, give me 3 post captions. And this whole thing, it's a pretty long script, so that's why I have to do 4 screenshots. But I literally paste that whole thing in with the information of my video, and it pumped out this video, and I now use it for all my future reels, and it's super duper handy. That's the exact prompt I use on ChatGPT. Follow for more. Send me a message on Instagram if you want the exact text. I can send you a Word doc with everything there. Drop a comment if you're going to try this today. So yeah, that's the whole strategy and automation. Now let's go over exponential consistency. This is my favorite section of the video. So this is an important tip. Social media is like a uranium, plutonium element that's constantly decaying. You gotta keep pushing or you're gonna disappear. Here's the video by what I mean. You don't post for one day and people instantly forget you. That's how short our memory and attention span has gotten. Like something major would happen and within a week you totally forgot because it's on to the next thing. The news cycle has been shortened by so much. It's sort of like going to the gym. The moment you stop working out, you start losing all your gains. There's sort of this decaying effect. I sound a bit funny because I got my retainers on at the moment. But you're constantly fighting this wave, the algorithm and your viewers. Like, if you don't post, you're going to be pushed back to the shore. If you're posting once a day, that's keeping you steady. But in order to get ahead, you're going to have to be sprinting, posting 3 to 10 times every single day. That's sort of the time we're in at the moment. It sucks, I know. You gotta keep showing up every single day. Not only that, but posting once a day is no longer enough. You're gonna have to post 3 to 10 times every single day if you want to actually get into people's minds. Follow if this was the hard truth you might have needed. Now that being said, the more that you post, the stronger you'll get. You'll exponentially grow with the more content you make. Every day that you're posting content, you're getting stronger and stronger and better. The algorithm is getting smarter and smarter. You're stacking those returning viewers each and every day. Your old videos are now still getting pushed as AI sort of SEO scrapes what you talked about and they get pushed to relevant viewers. You're also getting better and better at talking, communicating, and content creating. So as long as you're posting content every day, everything is working in your favor. Things are exponentially getting better. So get started today, be consistent, and know that the consistency, it's like you're building these building blocks, these bricks, and you're sort of building this house. And don't think every piece of content is like a waste. See it as a brick in this bigger house that you're building. And for the first, 1,000 bricks, the house is not going to look like a house. But the moment you get, the 3 walls, 4 walls done, all of a sudden it just looks like a house out of nowhere. And that's a metaphor for you blowing up out of nowhere because of all the bricks and all the foundations you spent days, months building. So keep at it and start building. Thirdly, you want to just keep showing up and eventually people will be forced to get to know you. That's how strong the algorithms nowadays. They see one of your videos, they check out your profile, and all of a sudden they're retargeting you for like the next week and shoving you down their throats. Just keep showing up and eventually the AI, the algorithm is going to keep pushing you and force your viewers to get to know who you are as a person. Just keep showing up. That's all you need to do. That's it. Just keep showing up. They can't ignore you forever. Drop a comment if you're done being invisible. And this is something I found interesting. The more that you post, people start recognizing your face and automatic just because through recognition, your watch time average goes up just because people know your face. You're literally 1 month from posting every single day from changing everything. The secret is showing up daily. As you show up daily, your watch time is going to increase as people get to know your face. Here's a great example. Snapchat provides this in its insights showing the average view time. See how it's automatically gone up. I've changed nothing. I haven't had a viral video on Snapchat. I had nothing changed, but people just started recognizing my face. And as a result, the average watch time just went up. So that's the secret. Just keep showing up daily. People start recognizing your face. Your watch time will start increasing and eventually a video is going to pop. It isn't luck, it's consistency. You know what to do. So that is how you exponentially grow. You just keep at it. So now let's talk about long-term success and let me share some secrets with you to end off the video. So one, it's corny, but you just gotta be you. If you really truly be you, the algorithm is gonna find your dream audience that really resonate with you and you don't have to even try. Just by being yourself, these people would watch your whole videos and that's the goal. The algorithm is literally trying to help you, but you're not feeding it enough data. You want to be posting as much as possible for 30 days straight and just being the authentic you. And if you do it consistently every single day, the algorithm is going to find exactly who likes you, who wants to listen to you, who is your true tribe members. But most of you aren't patient enough. Most of you are giving up after 5 days, 10 posts, 20 posts. Like give it 200 freaking posts and trust me, the algorithm is going to exactly know who your ideal audience is. And as AI gets smarter and smarter over time, that algorithm is only going to get stronger and stronger. So you just want to keep posting, keep being the authentic you and let the algorithm do the heavy lifting. All you have to do is just show up as yourself. The algorithm wants to work for you. Show up daily and let it do its job. Follow if you're in. Next is hooks is good and all. I know I had a whole section about hooks, but once you get good at it, you want to start speaking from the heart because hooks, people get fatigued from it. 3-second hooks are good in here, but you want to be speaking from the heart. You're going to have more impact, more viral videos. You're going to attract your ideal customer by just speaking from the heart. Not only that, you'll be able to pump out more content because now you can just pick up the camera and just start filming, just speaking, rather than having to think of a 3-second hook, trying to hook in the customer. Like, that just takes too much work. And as a result, I'd rather upload twice as much speaking from the heart versus uploading half as much with perfected, thought out 3-second hooks. And guess what? I've done both and they seem to do the exact same. People want you, not a formula. Say what you mean. Comment if you're done faking it. 3, you don't want to overcomplicate things. Stacking a ton of videos is fine. There's been days where I stacked 10 back-to-back talking head videos and my account is fine. I went back to travel videos and it didn't hurt or damage the account. Look, posting 5 of these talking head videos isn't going to kill your account. Stop babying the algorithm. As you can see, I posted a ton of these in between my travel videos, and you know what? It's not going to matter. 1, you're a small account, so it doesn't matter anyways. 2, the algorithm is super duper smart. It treats each and every video independently, meaning it would know that these videos probably wouldn't want to be watched by the people who watch my travel videos, and the people who watch my travel videos most likely won't watch these talking head videos. So by doing both, I'm able to attract 2 pools of audience, and the days of creating a niche account is sort of over. The AI, the algorithm is getting so smart where it can throw 100 things into one account and it will still optimize those 100 pieces of content independently. Each video is its own game, so post everything. Follow if this gave you some peace. Next, this is a very important part. How you actually get followers versus how you can get reach is 2 completely different actions. So you want to be combining both. Lifestyle will get you a lot of reach. Value-based videos will get you a bunch of followers. Mix the 2. So how you grow a cult following is you want to mix lifestyle content where people get to know who you are as a person with value-based content on why they want to go ahead and hit the follow button. So the lifestyle content is stuff like you guys seeing me travel, snowboard, go out clubbing with friends, camping, hiking, etc. It allows you guys to get to know me as a person. But there isn't any value there. So if I did that alone, you guys wouldn't follow me. But then the value-based content where I'm educating you guys, I'm giving you guys my knowledge and my field of expertise, that's where I'll get the follow. So you want to be creating lifestyle content, and that's for reach, getting to people to see your face and recognize you. But the value-based content, it's going to get less views, but that's where people go ahead and follow you and take action and convert on whatever you might be offering. So when I post lifestyle content, I get a bunch of views, but I don't get much followers at all. But when I start posting these value-based videos, they get much less views, but that's where I get the follow. So the secret is mixing both of those. That's how you grow a cult following. 5, the algorithm has gotten so smart where you want to start building a portfolio of content. Like I have 1,000 videos, and that's a strong foundation where it can start pushing. I've had videos from 2021 that's still getting views today on TikTok. So I have faith that the AI and the algorithm is only going to get stronger. So the more foundational videos I have, the better. So I have over 1,000 videos on my TikTok account, and the algorithm has gotten so smart where it knows which video to serve after which video. So it uses its statistics and watch time, and it knows that, hey, if this person watches this ad in my video, they're most likely going to watch this video, they're most likely going to watch that. And as you give TikTok, all these algorithms, more and more videos, it's going to be able to better do that. So give it more data. And on top of that, I'm betting that the algorithm is only going to get better, only going to get smarter over time. So my thing is I'm going to double down and create as much content as possible, focus on talking voice content, make as many as possible so that I have the most data for TikTok to play around with. So in conclusion, start filming and start building that portfolio of videos. See each piece of content you make as a brick in the overall house. You want to build a large enough portfolio for the AI to have enough data to go ahead and scale your account as it gets smarter over time. And lastly, the secret sauce is love. You gotta love what you do, and if you can create unlimited content. 3 videos in a row. Bro, how are you doing it? The secret to how I can just pump out infinite amount of these videos is that I actually love it. I love what I do. I love filming these videos. I love documenting my journey. I love sharing what I know. I love replying to comments with videos. I love engaging with my viewers. Like, I love it. I think that's a successful thing that I've noticed a lot of successful people do. They love what they do. They can do it all freaking day. Like the people that say they work 20, 30, like 16-hour days, the only reason why they can work those long hours is because they actually love what they do. Yes, it's still work, but they actually love it. That is a secret sauce, love. So that's why montages won't make you any money, and consistency and talking head and speaking style videos will. Start showing up, pick one style, and let the algorithm learn and study you with the data you give it. Hit the subscribe button if you're really ready to start growing. That's it. Peace out.